See what Dylan is this red hair girl? See the red hair girl that's right there? See Dylan? He's like,
Please stand for the flag salute.
Gabrielle Asperlachty. I've been a student at Pioneer Olivet Charter School for 2 years. I love coming to school every day. I love coming to a place where there are amazing teachers, a great learning community, and friends who can't be described. The teachers here have truly helped me become prepared for Carl Miller, where I'm attending high school next fall. I have come to class ready to laugh and to learn. My friends have made me smile and laugh. I have a great group of friends who are crazy, loving, caring, and willing to put up with me. I am grateful to have had this experience at Pioneer Olivet Charter School. Thank you.
Nicole Gregorio.
There are some amazing teachers at POCS. These teachers have done their very best to prepare us for high school, and many students probably wouldn't be ready for it without them. From the placement test that we took, even before we started 7th grade, I felt that one goal the school had was to get us into a class at the appropriate level for us. It was our math scores that got us into the class that we were placed in. Once everyone was in their classes, the teachers tried to challenge their students throughout the year, always pushing them to do their very best. At some points during school, students might have been overwhelmed from the amount of work given at once, but this is what some of us needed to be ready for the next step of our education, and also to be ready for the next step of our lives. Not only should we thank ourselves for getting us to where we are now, but we should also thank these teachers for working so hard to get us here too. I know a few kids, including myself, who worked really hard throughout their times at POCS, and who always gave everything their best effort. I know from experience that sometimes you might be teased for doing this, but I think that these kinds of students really help everyone. They push themselves to do well, and in doing so, they also encourage others to work hard. I want to give a special thanks to Mrs. Donner and Mrs. Pither, who have been my teachers during both my years at POCS. They have helped me so much during my time here and have really prepared me for high school. Thank you two so much for everything that you've done for me, and I also want to thank all of the teachers for what they have done for their students too.
Trevor Wofford.
When I came to POCS, I was nervous and excited. Life was good, but then, in the 3rd trimester, my life changed. For the first time, I had to struggle in math. I became withdrawn, walking by myself a lot more. I ended that year with a C in math and the feeling that I was terrible. But then my 8th grade year hit, and I started understanding concepts in math that I hadn't before. So, with the support of new friends, teachers, and family, I finished my first and second trimester with A's in all subjects and a return of confidence. I learned many things, such as the Pythagorean theorem, the quadratic formula, the Quran, the periodic table, and words like extemporaneously. But I also learned other things. I learned how to play basketball, volleyball, and how to run cross country. I learned that I had a creative side, like how to be an actor, and how to use different paints to create my own unique style of art. One of my favorite classes was robotics, which combined being artistic with technology. And hopefully someday I can create my very own robots. These last few years have had a huge influence on my hopes and goals for high school and college. I appreciate the friends I have made here and have developed some of the best friendships I've ever had. The teachers and assistants have been so supportive and kind to me, and Miss DI, you're okay too. I will have fond memories of POCS. Thank you.
Lucas McCormick.
At POCS, I've gone from being a learner to a leader through my education, personal experiences, and friendships. When I started the 7th grade, I struggled with my organization, attention span, and my ability to balance a large homework load. In fact, my first parent-teacher conference was a serious reality check that I needed to make big improvements in those areas. As a result of working hard and having the support of my teachers and my parents, and studying with my peers, I progressed from a struggling student to a confident student. I had many personal experiences at POCS that allowed me to grow as an individual and as a friend. Specifically, I was fortunate enough to be part of the drama productions, The Dining Room, and Anne of Green Gables, where I worked closely with my fellow cast members. Working toward an amazing production, I was able to bond with my teachers and make close friends. You have to be able to trust each other and support each other in a situation like that. There are many things that I have learned at POCS, but the most important thing is that you should never give up on what you love and always work hard for it.
Liliana Anderson.
This was the hardest year of my life. There's no easy way to say it. This year was pretty rough. I know that most of these speeches will be about the friends and the happy times here at POCS. And so will mine, but my story is a little darker. For those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, my mother passed away this year. She was a light in my life, and this year that light vanished. She had cancer and was very sick, and one day she was taken away from me forever. It wasn't real. It wasn't supposed to happen to me. I was a happy little 8th grader who didn't worry about anything. But the day my mom died changed everything. Something I draw comfort from is the necklace I wear. It says, "If tears could build a stairway and memories a lane, I'd walk right up to heaven and bring you home again." Mom, September 4th, 2011. That necklace is in memory of her. So in a way, I always have her close to my heart. Here at POCS, I gained some of the greatest friends anyone could ask for. Not only my friends, but also the staff helped me to get through this difficult time. They helped me see the light, even when there was darkness, which is a debt I can never repay. Oddly, this was also one of the best years of my life. I was accepted into the Santa Rosa High School Art Quest Theater Arts Department and will be living out my passion for performing in the fall. The very wonderful Mrs. Pither helped me with that part, and she is constantly a role model for me and my fellow classmates. Aside from my difficulties, I've met amazing people this year who have taught me so much. My teachers, Mrs. Pither and Mrs. Donner, didn't just teach me what happened in Europe a while ago, or what the quadratic formula is. You don't even want to know, trust me. They also taught me how to deal with things in the real world, and I will never forget that. I'd now like to read a poem that I didn't write, but read at my mom's memorial service. God saw she was getting tired and the cure was not to be, so he wrapped his arms around her and whispered, "Come with me." With tearful eyes we watched her as we saw her fade away. Although we couldn't bear to lose her, we could not ask her to stay. The message that I want everyone here to understand is this. The most important part of something bad happening to you is finding the strength to go on. No matter what, you have to keep going. Never give up. Because even when you think you can't go on, you can. Even when you don't believe in yourself, someone somewhere does. Don't give in. There will always be hope, a light at the end of the tunnel. Even after my mom died, I kept my grades up. I was lucky enough to be the lead in our school play, Anne of Green Gables, and somehow still got straight A's. While I was, and am, grieving, I found other ways to deal with the pain instead of sinking into a puddle of self-pity. I think that's really important, and I hope everyone can understand that and learn from me. Thank you.
Devin Hilty will be reading a poem that he wrote.
The poem that I wrote, I called it Remembering Pioneer Olivet Charter School. It really is about remembering the year, mostly, that we just passed, for all the good things that has happened. A few rough points, but also remember the positive features. The year is done. The days have been spent on history, math, or wherever we went. From beginning to end, from August to June. Now, moving on, looks very, very soon. We've beaten every record, we've taken every test, though talking in class is what we seem to do best. The teachers, the helpers, and the custodians too. Especially to the parents, we couldn't have done it without you. Basketball, volleyball, cross country, and track. It's never dull here, and that is a fact. The murals, the field trips, and remember our play. And we experienced a lot on that challenge day. You've trained us, prepared us, we know what you've taught. What can I say? We've used what you've brought. Be ready, stay true, remember, be strong. And find that one spot where you feel you belong. Thank you very much.
Carissa Allen. Dahlia Alvarado. Melina Ames. Liliana Anderson. Jordan Austin. Gabrielle Azcarate. Jessica Beach. Hannah Birch. Anthony Bussac. Bailey Cahill. Row 2, please stand.
It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are, in the words of E.E. Cummings. At POCS, we've tried to help them develop that courage. Thank you for that time with them. We invite you to the reception. I know that they were trying to set up the tables outside, but there's a reason we do our graduation inside. It's that wind tunnel out there. I believe they may have goodies out there, but they have punch and cake, and we invite you to join us. Mrs. Kais will be collecting gowns. Probably right here. So once the kids go through, they can come in here and bring the gowns back. And we want to thank the parent group for providing the treats that you're going to have out there. And now they're going to be coming out that way. So we want to make room so that the kids can get by. And now, family and friends, I present to you the Pioneer Olivet Charter School class of 2012.